Carlton Town TV, sponsored by Aerocom. I'm here at the Boldmere St Michael's ground with the Carlton Town joint manager, Mark Harvey, after today's 3-1 win for the Millers against Boldmere. Mark, overall thoughts on that game today?
Where do I start? We won the game. That's the first positive. I think first half we was absolutely terrible, and to be honest, probably one of the worst performances I've seen for maybe to bring us away last year. The difference is we did go in at half time 2-1 up. I think we had two chances to score them both and ungone by the skin of his teeth. But I did say to the lads at half time, amongst many things, we could easily have been 3-0 down at half time. We just wanted the races. Their midfield three was running riot. Our lads weren't getting to grips with them. You know, balls weren't sticking anywhere. Obviously, it didn't help that we lost both centre halves in the first half an hour as well. But you know, we addressed it at half time, shall we say? And second half, we came out and looked a different side and looked more like the Carlton that we know. So it makes us good value.
Yeah. I'll speak about the first half in a moment, but what was it that changed in the second half? Because definitely from watching it from the side, we looked far more in control of the game in the second half.
Yeah, we got older. They're three midfield lads, the 5, 8 and 6, were just running riot. So we addressed that at half time. We got our three picking one each up, and I think two of them came off in the end, so they did the job. Yeah. I mean, why it takes us to shout and scream at half time for three experienced lads like that to sort it out, but I think that was the difference. That their three in midfield was controlling the game, and our three were sort of chasing shadows. I don't think it helped. You know, to be fair, I don't think we was working back as well as a unit when we lost the ball. So, you know, they were probably being dragged out wide in their defence as well because, you know, we weren't tracking back. But some say we addressed it. We got away with it. We addressed it, and second half was more like what you'd expect from a Carlton side.
We got a great start. Niall Davey goal from a Greg corner, 15 minutes in or so. But then we conceded with, I suspect from Boldmere's point of view, a nice goal, but from ours, a free header inside the area 5 minutes later.
It's like a disease at the minute, isn't it? You know, you look at the games that we've conceded, sloppy goals. You know, teams that we aren't making teams score good goals against us. And of course, yeah, every goal's a good goal, and opposition will say it's a good goal because they scored. But you know, we aren't making teams work, and we aren't standing back and saying, you know, that's a great goal, we can't do nothing about it. It's all errors that we're getting punished for, and nobody's doing it to help us. We're having to work for ours, so it's something we've got to address. But we're working on it. We're work in progress. We're working on it. We've got the result today, and looking at some of the other results, they've gone well for us as well. So we should climb the table a little bit as well, and that's all we can do.
And then in the first half, you mentioned both centre halves going off within 3 or 4 minutes of each other. Dan Brown didn't really see anything in the challenge from a spectator's point of view, but it was clearly serious because he's lost at least one tooth. What we see.
Yeah. To be honest, from the angle I seen, it looked a bit innocuous and nothing. But yeah, clearly his entire tooth's knocked out, and apparently his other one's broken. And poor old Dan's not going to be happy with that, is it? That's his good luck to finish for a bit.
Hopefully not. I know Mount sorted him out straight after the game.
Yeah,
so hopefully
but yeah, I mean, Deans was unfortunate. He blocked a lad's strike, and he went over on his ankle. But Dean's tough. He'll not be out long. I don't think Dan will be out too long. It's once he's got over the shock and probably discarded a few mirrors in his house. He'll probably buy it. But what I will say is, I thought Ewan and Shay came on and was absolutely magnificent.
Well, I was going to ask you about that because both you and I and myself and Andy have spoken at length this season about the quality on the bench. Losing both of our clearly first choice centre halves within 3 minutes. I think it was still 1-1 at the time. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Then you're thinking, wow, this could be a long afternoon. But Ewan came on at centre half. Shay came on centre half, and we didn't notice any real difference, did we?
No. I think both of them was outstanding. and they just slotted in like they was the first choice centre halves. And to be fair, both of them could have got justified gripes to come up to us and say, "Well, I want to start in anyway." They both had good games in midweek, so obviously we made the decision to leave them on the bench for whatever reasons we decided. So both of but both of them coming on and proving a point, aren't they? And that's the idea of the squad, isn't it? We keep saying to him, we keep trying to drill it into him that if we're going to achieve something this season, we need this squad of 21 players. And sometimes they're not going to be in the squad. Sometimes they're going to be in the team. Sometimes they're going to be disappointed they're not in the team. Other times they might feel that it was justified. I'm sure, I thought Shea was magnificent Tuesday as well. And, Ewan, although he, played in centre mid, had a good game in centre mid, he's come on and just looked like an accomplished centre half today. Fair play to him.
Oh, he did. And Kieran Watson got off the mark with a proper striker's goal there, just in the right place at the right time from a lovely ball from Harvey.
Yeah. I mean, Darko's just so versatile. He can play anywhere. He played left back today. Yeah. Kieran, he got his first start last week. We thought he did what was required. He thought he played well. He came on second half on Tuesday, and we thought he played well. So we made that call to go with him again today, and he's got the goal. So he's justified our decision in the end. But it's the same. We've got Kieran. Obviously, Trokey dropped out this morning, having been thrown up. But we've got Kieran, we've got Troke, we've got Liam Moran, we've got Ash who's out injured, and them lads are there when required, and that's what we want. And come in, get the goal. Kieran's had a couple of games now, so confidence will be coming to him as well, because he was out injured most of last season as well. So fair play again to him.
And a second half, I mean, we haven't spoken much about that. On a tricky pitch, it was an entirely different game. I thought, Mark, we dominated it from start to finish almost. Gave them very little. The energy levels were excellent. And a lovely goal from Noel Hilton. A bit similar to the one he scored against Clifton on Tuesday. Possibly even better than that because he beat an extra player or two.
But I mean, to be honest, I don't know who got man of the match. I thought Noel Hilton was up there for challenging for man of the match. And, he did 3 goals now. Three goals for Noel Hilton. I think, I think that might be a record for him. And but so early in the season, I'd expect him to go on and get 10 there. So there's your challenge, Niall.
There's your challenge. And Greg in midfield in that second half was just directing play from what I could see.
Yeah, to be fair, I thought all 3 midfielders was outstanding in the second half, and but equally, I thought they was all poor in the first half. So
there we go.
That's,
you're a hard man to please, Mark.
That's football.
So we start a run of packed schedule of games. Warwick on Tuesday. Dan presumably and Dean doubtful for Tuesday night.
Well, we'll have to assess. I mean, I think Dean's probably more doubtful. I don't know what the situation is with Dan, and it's kind of where Dan's head is. But we've clearly got 2 more than adequate players to cover in that position, and we might need to look elsewhere to. So we've got some cover on the bench for him as well. Because we could lose both of them again in the first half an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
So we look forward to every game, take each game as it comes. Warwick's had a good result today. I mean, they've not had a great start to the season, but they've had a good result today against High-Flying Baseford. So they're clearly no mugs.
Well, we know their centre forward very well, Aaron Poku.
Oh, of course, yes. I forgot about Aaron, yes.
There,
yeah, well, he'll have a day off. He won't want to inflict any damage to us, I'm sure of it.
Listening, Aaron, I hope so, yeah.
I think we've got sides back available Tuesday as well. So we'll assess where we are and decide and see what the situations we deem. Obviously, Trokey should be back in contention. And we've got a couple of other players in the wings as well. So we'll see where we are for Tuesday, and let's get another 3 points.
Mark, thank you ever so much. As always, well done today.
Thank you. Cheers.